Good morning, Mr. Tito. My name is Aulya Afni Ammarest. I would like to present for my midterm, submitted for my midterm, about the history of physical linguistics. So basically, physical linguistics is started from linguistics, the scientific study of a language, and also the psychology, the scientific study of human behavior and cognition. Together, they are from a new modern scientific discipline called psycholinguistics. Psycholinguistics is closely related to cognitive psychology and research. In the field, relies heavily upon the experimental method. Therefore, physical linguistics is a person who studies phenomena resulting from the act of intersection between linguistics and psychology. Physical linguistics as independent study of language and human behavior is very recent. So they are independent of study of language and human behavior is very recent, antecedent of modern physical linguistics. Physiology. So from the history, they are make the modern physiology. The theory from Wood publishes a book on languages, the Express 190, which appeared in 2-volume edition in 1912 and then 1913. 136 page of his book covered a number of topics such as child language acquisition, sign language, language perception, grammatical structure. These topics are still relevant in the modern physical linguistics. Would believe that language reflected a mental representation and held that internal mental state were very important. So for the beginning of the modern era in physical linguistics, the first major wave relevant work looked at the physiological reality and transformation, which lead to the diffusional theory or complexity. Empirical work on language acquisition was also influenced by Noam Chomsky, as we know as the have the theory of the physical linguistics in the modern era. Chomsky, who later dismissed the idea that experimental work in physiology might have implication for linguistic theory. For example, linguistics in North America made a strong impact on the cognitive psychology emerging in the 1950s. The Sapir-Whorf hypothesis in North America that the history of physical linguistics is from the 1915, but most linguists, the linguists will agree that physical linguistics actually started in the mid to late 1960s. So they are for me. Thank you so much for your time, Mr.